Hey, how's it going, guys? Mush here with a $500 gaming PC build. Before I get into this video, I just want to say that there will be two PC part picker links down below in the description box. One with an Intel build, one with an AMD build. I'm going to be covering the Intel build in this video, but if you do want to go with the AMD route, the option is in the description box down below. I'll explain why I went with Intel in the main video in just a second. As always, I like to start off with the CPU, and for the CPU in this build, I went with the Intel Core i3-4150 3.5 GHz dual core processor. Now this is $104. Typically I stray away from the i3 because it is a dual core processor, although it does have hyper-threading, which effectively makes it a Mach 4 core. But I've been thinking about it, and if you're the kind of guy that wants to have upgradability options, the Core i3 is the route to go. The FX 6300, the socket that it's on, the AM3 Plus socket, it's a dead socket for lack of a better term. It's just dead. AMD is doing nothing with it. The Core i3, you can get it now. It is dual core. Like I said, it does have hyper-threading though, but say 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, maybe a couple years down the line, if you pick up an i5, you'll be good to go. So get an i3 for now, and then if you want in a future date, pick up an i5, and then you'll have really great performance. The i3 still can do a lot of gaming. It is a dual core processor with hyper-threading. Don't expect to do really great video editing or live streaming. This is primarily for gaming. And it is clocked at 3.5 GHz, which is fairly decent, and it's dual core with hyper-threading, so not bad at all for a decent price of $104. For the motherboard, I went with the ASRock H97 Anniversary ATX LJ1150 motherboard, a fully featured motherboard from ASRock for $72, which is a great price. Has 4 RAM slots up to 1600 MHz and 32 GB of max RAM, 6 SATA 6GB ports, and a lot of good features on this motherboard at a really great price of $72. It doesn't have Crossfire SLI support, but at a $500 budget, that's probably not something you're going to do anyway. You can still upgrade your CPU and everything like that on it, of course. It is on the LJ1150 socket, so that's great. Great motherboard from ASRock for $72. For memory, Corsair Vengeance 8GB, 2 4GB sticks running at DDR3 1600 MHz, $56 for this RAM. Solid price for RAM, and it's 8GB, and this Corsair Vengeance kit of RAM is great. It has great reviews across the board. 8GB of RAM, but like I said, the motherboard does have 4 RAM slots, so if you want to go for a 16GB configuration in the future, or even a 12GB configuration, you can do that, but for now, 8GB for $56 seemed like a no-brainer. For storage, I went with the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB 7200 RPM internal hard drive, $52 for this hard drive. Solid hard drive, it's a terabyte, not much more to say. Obviously can't fit an SSD in a $500 build, which is unfortunate, but this mechanical drive has a lot of storage, and with game file sizes being really high these days, you definitely want a lot of storage out of your hard drive, and a terabyte should be fine for most of you guys. For the video card, I went with the MSI Radeon R9 270X 2GB Hawk video card, $165. This can actually do great gaming at 1080p. You can't max out every game and get 60 FPS, but a lot of games you can max out and get 40 to 45 frames per second. Games like Skyrim, obviously, you can max out at 1080p, get 60 FPS, no problem. And this video card in particular from MSI has a really great cooler as well, so if you want to do some overclocking on it and get even more performance out of it, you can do that as well. For $165, this is a great deal for a great GPU that can do solid 1080p gaming. For the power supply, I went with the EVGA 500W 80 Plus Bronze Certified ATX power supply. You're not going for a Crossfire or SLI configuration, so this build is not going to use a lot of power at all. The Core i3 is extremely power efficient, as is the R9 270X. It's not amazingly power efficient, but it's pretty decent as well. This build in total is only going to use like 350 watts max TDP, so a 500W for $43 is definitely a good deal. And EVGA makes a lot of great power supplies. This one is definitely one of them, and for $43, you really can't turn it down. Finally, for the case, I went with the NZXT Source 210 Black ATX Mid-Tower case. You can get this in black or white. Just pick the color of your preference. I think black goes better with the color scheme of this build. So $38 for this case, and it's the Source 210. It's a great case. Aesthetically, it doesn't look great, but the interior is great. A lot of ventilation, a lot of cooling, and for a $38 case, you really can't go wrong with this. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's cheap, and it gets the job done, and that's enough for me. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button, like this video, comment down below on your requests for future videos. Like I said, 2 PC part pickers down below. One of them will be the AMD build, the other one the Intel build that I covered in this video. I would recommend, if you're the kind of guy that wants to do upgrades in the future, pick up the Intel build. If you're not looking to ever upgrade your PC, you can go with the AMD build, no problem. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Remember to hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace!